People are noticing your appearance, but it's your quiet defiance against their expectations that leaves them speechless. They notice your appearance, but the truth is, you've grown into someone they never imagined you could become. People are noticing your appearance because you now shine like someone who has survived 1,000 storms. They notice your appearance and realize too late that you've become unforgettable in ways their memory can't escape. People are noticing your appearance, but it's the strength in your silence that lingers longer than beauty. They notice your appearance, but deep down, they're unsettled by the glow of freedom written across your face. People are noticing your appearance, yet none of them can match the fire in your spirit. They notice your appearance and whisper, but secretly they're haunted by your transformation. People are noticing your appearance, but they'll never admit how much your confidence scares them. They notice your appearance, but what keeps them restless at night is your power. People are noticing your appearance because you've finally embraced yourself, and it shows in every step. They see your appearance and think it's beauty, but it's your unshakable self-belief they're drawn to. People are noticing your appearance, but what's shaking their souls is your unapologetic authenticity. They notice your appearance and realize they can no longer define you by their old judgments. People are noticing your appearance because you look like a prayer that finally got answered. They notice your appearance, but what they crave is the peace radiating through your smile. People are noticing your appearance because you've turned into the kind of person they thought you'd never be. They notice your appearance, but they're terrified of how magnetic your energy has become. People are noticing your appearance, but what they really envy is the healing written on your skin. They notice your appearance and wonder how you survived, never realizing survival is what made you shine. People are noticing your appearance because you finally reflect the love you give yourself. They notice your appearance, but what unsettles them is your refusal to shrink anymore. People are noticing your appearance because you carry the elegance of someone who conquered pain. They notice your appearance and whisper, but their hearts ache knowing they lost the old version of you. People are noticing your appearance because you're no longer afraid to be fully seen. They notice your appearance, but it's the fire in your eyes that burns into their memory. People are noticing your appearance because you've started walking like destiny belongs to you. They notice your appearance and realize too late that you've become untouchable. People are noticing your appearance because your glow no longer seeks permission. They notice your appearance, but the truth is, they're jealous of your courage to shine. People are noticing your appearance because you carry scars like diamonds now. They notice your appearance and wonder what changed. But the answer is simple. You chose yourself. People are noticing your appearance because you look like a secret they'll never uncover. They notice your appearance, but deep inside, they fear your strength. People are noticing your appearance because you've become the vision they once doubted. They notice your appearance, but what truly strikes them is the grace in your survival. People are noticing your appearance because you finally reflect the beauty of your soul outward. They notice your appearance and can't admit it, but you've become their quiet obsession. People are noticing your appearance because you've turned pain into power they can't ignore. They notice your appearance, but the unshakable peace in your eyes is what truly captures them. People are noticing your appearance because you now look like the storm they could never tame. They notice your appearance and try to imitate it, but your glow can't be copied. People are noticing your appearance because you look like someone who's finally free. They notice your appearance, but what unnerves them is your unstoppable energy. People are noticing your appearance because you look like the lesson they never learned. They notice your appearance, but their silence hides the awe they feel. People are noticing your appearance because you've grown into the embodiment of resilience. They notice your appearance, but they'll never confess how much it haunts them. People are noticing your appearance because you look like sunrise after the longest night. They notice your appearance and suddenly realize they underestimated your glow. People are noticing your appearance because you embody the strength they wish they had. They notice your appearance, but what they're drawn to is your fearless spirit. People are noticing your appearance more than you think, and some admire you silently, wondering how you carry yourself so gracefully. The way people notice your appearance says less about them and more about how your inner light radiates outward. People are noticing your appearance not just for beauty, but because your aura makes them pause and stare longer than they intended. They see your appearance, but they don't realize that what captivates them is the strength behind your eyes. People are noticing your appearance, yet very few truly understand the stories written in your expressions. It's not only your appearance people are noticing, it's the way you breathe confidence, even in silence. People are noticing your appearance and whispering about you, but none of them will ever admit how deeply it stirs them. They notice your appearance because you've transformed, and it unsettles those who thought they knew you. People are noticing your appearance, but I notice the way you've become a storm wrapped in elegance. They can't look away because your appearance now reflects the battles you've survived and the beauty you've earned. People are noticing your appearance with envy But what they can't copy is the soul behind your glow. They're noticing your appearance, but it's really your presence that keeps echoing in their hearts. People stare at your appearance, trying to find flaws, yet only discovering layers of mystery that draw them closer. They notice your appearance today because you've grown into someone their eyes can't easily forget. People are noticing your appearance, but I'm noticing how even your silence dresses you in power. Their glances linger on your appearance, yet their hearts ache because they can't reach your depth. People notice your appearance, but I wonder if they could handle the truth hiding beneath your beauty. They're noticing your appearance and calling it change, but I call it evolution. People are noticing your appearance because you look like you've finally chosen yourself over their opinions. They admire your appearance, but they're haunted by the way you now shine without needing anyone's approval. People are noticing your appearance, but they can't understand the storms that shaped your calm. They notice your appearance and forget to breathe because you've become the kind of memory that lingers. People are noticing your appearance, but I know it's your resilience disguised as beauty that stuns them. They see your appearance and feel threatened because you've turned into the version they prayed you'd never become. People are noticing your appearance, yet none of them are ready to admit how much they envy your glow. They stare at your appearance, but secretly they crave your confidence. People are noticing your appearance because you've started to look like freedom, and that terrifies them. They notice your appearance, but can't decide if it's beauty or power that makes them restless. People are noticing your appearance, yet they overlook the scars that made it possible. They're noticing your appearance and realizing they underestimated the fire you carry within. People are noticing your appearance, but what holds their gaze is your unapologetic spirit. They notice your appearance and whisper, but you've stopped living for whispers long ago. People are noticing your appearance because you now embody the very peace they're desperate for. They see your appearance glowing, but none know the darkness you've walked through to get here. People are noticing your appearance because you've become living proof that pain can bloom into beauty. They're noticing your appearance, but it's your energy that keeps replaying in their minds. People are noticing your appearance because you're finally wearing the face of someone who chose healing. They look at your appearance and wonder how you've changed. But the truth is, you became untouchable. People are noticing your appearance, but it's your quiet strength that unsettles them most. They notice your appearance and smile, but deep down, they're shaken by your transformation. People are noticing your appearance, but it's the confidence in your walk that leaves them speechless. They notice your appearance, And though they try to hide it, they can't stop staring. People are noticing your appearance, and for the first time, they're realizing you've outgrown their version of you. They notice your appearance, but they'll never understand the cost of your glow. People are noticing your appearance because you've become unforgettable in ways they can't explain. They notice your appearance, but what they feel is the magnetic pull of your spirit. People are noticing your appearance because you now look like the kind of soul they can't replace. They're noticing your appearance, but what shakes them is how much you don't need their validation.